Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to 2 Point Museum after an impromptu break. I did not intend to get horribly, horribly sick. It was forced upon me by the universe, but we're back here now and ready to push this museum to the stratosphere. So I did a little bit of remodeling here. I built out some more aquarium space so that we could host the rest of our cold water fish without them needing to without them being in tanks with things that they hate or whatever. Hopefully to accelerate the $20,000 worth of donations here. But also, listen, we got a lot of work to do even after that. It's not like that's our last goal. So with all of that done, we're down to only 8,000 in the bank. So I suppose I should probably unpause this because we're not going to be able to make any meaningful expeditions with only this much money anyway. But yeah, a little bit of a rebuild there. We still have a lot of people. Okay, another fathomless winch built. We're building more stuff. Guards leveling up all the time. People are mostly looking pretty set. At least this area has backup. I wonder, maybe I should move this into here and then have this secondary bin be in. Do that. But that's quite a lot of folks over there. But that way this bin affects more things. Okay. I'm gonna check my security measures. I mean, I have some in place. Okay, more winches, and we're up to 30K. So let's figure out what we want to be doing next. First of all, as far as using these fathomless winches goes, we have not seen any of the fish at Gale Cliffs, because we were trying to avoid an MIA, right? Yeah, I needed somebody at rank 2 button master. Also, this requires us to do one more fathomless winching. So I guess I could just go back here and do another one of these. What level is my my digital expert? Also, what do I still have in the... Oh, right. Yeah. What level is my digital expert? 4 and working on it. Also pretty unhappy. Well, pretty unhappy in part because of some effects. Page satisfaction is a problem, though. And if there's one thing we have, it's income to spread around. Okay, so as we continue to work you up, I guess we can hold off on that then. We can make our third Fathomless Winch expedition one of these, so we pick up a new expedition. So in the interim... we still haven't earned enough from the gift shop to open this up. We could send people out to open up the path to Soggy Grotto. It'd be $50,000 to do so, though. We've seen all the kinds of things you can get from Cold Spot Cave and Numb Drop. The Ravenous Cavern still has new stuff. So a marine life expert and a security guard out to here. Or actually, you know what? Hold on. There's that general XP node, right? Let's make sure our digital expert gets sent out. This is a good use of a chunk of money. Magnus Power. 300 XP is what you need. I think this should be good. And that is a chunk of our cash. That is all of the cash, basically. Okay, security guards they're getting to it eventually.
Announcement. Vandal caught in the act. What a bad guest.
Right, I saw some transforming going on over there. I wasn't 100% sure what it all was. Oh, right, this is the spooky area. They're getting spooked by the three-headed cod. It's coming back to me. I'm a little loose on the place myself after being away for
Thieves have been
like a week and a
prevented
half.
from escaping. Phew.
All right, so we may as well just actually wait until this expedition comes back. Oh. A trader says they possess the county's first ever penny crusher and claims the one held by the Department of Culture is fake. For a fee, she promises to deliver the item to your museum. I mean, $2,000 is really not that much money. Okay, naming her price is exactly what the trader does, causing your purchasing department's representative to... that's not a lot of money. Okay, yeah, it's just like it's a free exhibit. It's kind of untyped. It doesn't really go with any of our display areas. I guess we have like a kind of a general purpose region over here. I don't want to have to put down a bunch of new decorations, I guess, is one thing I'm thinking. You know what? Like, what about here? Nope, that is a 0 of 5. This wants to be near a donation stand. Well, that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, because all the decorations in here are tank specific, right? You can just be back here. This isn't so bad. I see. I had this placed in a very specific location because I was trying to make sure that I was getting the payouts from the right things and also having it be within the camera. It's just like, it was so in the middle of the walking path. But yeah, this can be moved around. We can open that up and make it look reasonable a little bit. And then here we are most of the way decorated. We just have to give this a little bit more juice. Probably some wall decorations or something will do it. So this is kind of a general, I don't know, it's a penny crusher. It doesn't really have anything to do with anything. Do I have just like some kind of like treasure chest looking stuff for out here, or not really? Well, stand here to crush pennies. And also, here's just kind of a mural. Can't place mural here. Okay, no, I totally can. It's just being weird. This is the penny crusher from Wetlantean, is the thing. Okay, apparently this over here is undecorated and has been this whole time, and I just didn't even realize it. Okay, there we go. Just some wall art and stuff. Seems to be about all we need. Alright, reviews are high. People are mostly pretty happy. Environment is not super good. Average environment. I don't even know, that doesn't refer to the general decoration level, does it? Because I feel like we got a lot of decorations. Alright. So that'll be enough to get Magnus Power, a second level of the thing. Where are you, Magnus Power? After all, how could we possibly fish without such knowledge?
Was a sound. I'd like to think it'd sound like.
And then, actually, out of curiosity, like, can we open this up? There's this obstruction down here. How dangerous is this? We need at least a level. We need at least level 20 between the 3 people. Can we manage that? None of our experts are higher than 6. And our janitors cap out at 7 and 6. So, unfortunately, that's level 19. We need a level gain on somebody before we can handle that. Okay. Are there any other... This is just Marine Life Expert XP, which is why I've not bothered to unlock it. There's this thing, which requires a Botany Expert, and Lord knows we have enough stuff going on in our damn museum. We don't really want to be exploring this stuff too much because it requires additional experts. There are some things in the bone belt that are fish related, aren't there? Some mountainous plants and whatnot. Lake Long Lost is not actually one of them. Reach enlightenment level 10 in prehistory is probably not on the docket, but it's just another one of these nodes anyway. And here we need somebody who has Marine Life 8, a level 8 expert, which we don't actually have, but we could work toward having such a person. So our highest level Marine Life expert is 6, right? And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to jump from 6 to 8, even to somebody who's like a very high, very deep in 6, off of a single thing. Like we can push Marino comfortable, and I will, but it's going to take more than one of these to get him to level 8.
A bit like this.
Announcement. Guests should not
And,
be
you know, it's happening over time. Some amount of this money is already sitting in those bins.
Please join me in saying farewell to the expedition team. They may never come back.
This meat wizard machine that we installed over here is like actually kind of overcrowded. Should we put in another one? We do have room right there. Did we ever get a second one? These are interactive entertainments. You have to build these, right? Yeah, we do have access to Meat Wizard too. We should, okay. Get me one of those. Okay, and it looks like our training is complete. So, alright, 2 levels of that to avoid the MIA. And then you can kind of just be anybody. You should probably be somebody with fish thing. And then we're high enough level that we've cleared all the other events. Take the fathomless winch. And things get a little uglier, but survivable. Alright, kids, do your best. Wait, is this... Oh, it's 2 levels. Sorry, it's 2 levels needed on. I don't know what I'm... Just looking right past that. I was like, why is that not actually open? Alright, 2 of these events will happen on this expedition. So hopefully we'll get a perfect catch and avoid one of these things. Fingers crossed, everybody.
Ages ago.
Just 3D printing of an already completed video game cabinet. The boards in place as we get to that part of the machine. Seems like the efficient way to do that thing. See, our assessment occurred. Although we haven't been given the notification just yet. They're checking out the big ankles right now. And who could blame them?
The expedition team have returned.
How many times in your life are you going to have an opportunity to see ankles that impressive, right?
More the next time we go there.
Alright, I think I am going to go ahead and just send Marino Comfortable back out on another one of those. Let's get somebody to level 8, shall we?
The expedition is leaving now. Final call for wherever it is you're going.
Alright, and we did in fact clear that requirement, and we are now a 4-star museum. That's kind of wild, actually. I thought the indication there was that there was going to be another step before we got the star. Not enough security cameras, no camera booths upgraded, and poorly decorated camera room. They don't like the decoration in my camera room. It's such a tiny little... All right. All right, judgmental. Let's get these two expeditions back and then see. It hasn't given us the notification for what can be done to earn the 5th star yet, which makes me a little nervous. Maybe you can't get the 5th star until you like 4-star everything. You know, you can't get the 5th star anywhere until you have 4 stars everywhere, or something like that.
Really is a shambles.
I do feel like we have enough security guards now. We're occasionally seeing a we're very occasionally seeing a thing fill up, but they're all getting pulled pretty quickly. All right, so your pay was way behind. You're also just kind of having like you had a bad day and you're tired and you're hungry. You'll be okay. Once you find a place to sit down and eat, you'll feel way better about it.
Announcement. The museum has a new exhibit.
So we've unlocked the Stellar Basin, which is exciting.
Don't know what it is.
We've unlocked you being level 8, which is also exciting. We did not get the positive event on our trip, unfortunately. So Magnus is gonna need a little bit of help with his illness. Wow, I really don't like that. That's very bad to look at. Yeah. Eats more than you'd expect or hope. Increases food dispenser decay rate. Okay, well. Driven only by the desire to consume, a purpose satiated many times over. Fresh, temperate. Let's go ahead and just plop this down over here next to the first one. Okay. So this creepy tank is temperate, and it does have room for more fish in it. You need fresh food, but I don't see any reason why we can't just throw a fresh food thing in here. Also, we're over filter value, but that's exceedingly fixable. Okay, we have a bunch of stuff that could, in theory, be upgraded. So, before we leave this museum in any case, I do want to try to break that last obstruction. Oh, right, there's the grave shallows over here, which I totally forgot about. We needed somebody with 2 levels of survival skills. But this is not the map I meant to be on. We've almost gotten to see what the Wetlantean catacombs looks like as well. Yeah, let's knock this out. So, or no wait, this isn't the thing that required somebody to be level 8. Wherever it is, I was just looking at it. That's supernatural and security guard. That's supernatural. I mean, as you would imagine, those are all supernaturals. What were we just looking at? They required a level 8 marine expert. this. Okay. There's exactly one kind of fish that can be caught here. I guess it's not a huge priority anymore if we're bouncing out of this museum for a while. But I do want to see if anything goes on beyond this. It looks like probably not. It looks like it's... I don't know. It's not very far down. Let's go ahead and send out the expedition. So we need... Oh, wait a minute. We also need 3 levels of... Okay, well, apparently we're still not doing that. I should have looked at the, event types. That's on me. All right. The museum's current star rating on the maximum achievable. Yeah, we're theoretically able to have 5-star museums at this point. But for whatever reason... I am not being given the instructions to start toward the 5th star. Maybe let's bounce out of here to the museum map. And load back into it? Nope.
Excuse the exhibit that requires restoration. I'm pretending it's not there.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we do need to just go somewhere else and do some other kind of work. It could also be a point of interest thing. It could be that there's a point of interest that has to be unlocked before we can press forward. Legend has it that you can follow the expansive Wetlantean catacombs from one end of the county to the other, provided you don't get lost and can breathe underwater. And this has opened up something beyond it. Activate buzz bonuses on 10 Wetlantean artifact exhibits. Spend 3 months with positive funds. 10 Atlantean artifact exhibits is a lot to have in your museum at once, given the relatively few different types we've discovered, right? This will bring us all the way up to 6 or something. And then it looks like this would dead end here, so probably it wouldn't lead to the next thing, but maybe this does. So now that we have a marine life expert whose level is 8, we can call in a level 7 janitor and a level 6 janitor and first aid kit that off. All right, let's barrel through this and see if that gets us anywhere.
Learning a new skill can be like banging a square hole into your round head.
It does feel like maybe we need more
Mr. Piper
marine
Bagman,
experts, huh?
explaining subjects to me again.
Although
and
these are
again
not very
in
good.
Exactly the same way.
All right, maybe this person will be more interesting.
By my inability
all right.
to know what he meant, that he snapped his pencil in half.
I guess I'll hire you.
I
We'll
understood
put you over
fractions.
here, and
Actually,
we'll.
the most I've ever understood fractions. It's teachers like that who make learning come alive.
We'll train you in either tour guidelines or like maybe rapid restoration. We just need some other person to do tasks around the museum, right? Well, let's do tour guidelines.
Despite the odds, some prehistoric artifacts exist.
All right,
to
if
this day.
opening up this,
See the reason that changes.
if opening up this point of interest doesn't give us anywhere new to go,
To restore exhibit. Thank
then I think we can probably just move on to one of the other museums and come back later. We did also unlock this. Oh, you don't look so great, friend. When's the last time you got a good night's sleep? I hope you're being careful out there. Seeing your boat sail over puts a smile on my face every time. Okay, so this bioluminescent basin is brimming with sea life, but despite the pleasing colors, not all of it is particularly friendly. So temperate fish and sea monsters. Interestingly, a hit rocks injury that can't be avoided without a survey scanner. And then 3 levels of button master is a very annoying thing to ask for. If we put on the fathomless winch... Okay, sadly it does not remove this. I knew it wouldn't, but I don't know. I was hopeful. Foolishly hopeful. Alright, we gotta go. We gotta deal with this illness. Yeah, poor Magnus is in terrible shape.
Shop requires restocking. There's nothing to buy.
It does seem like maybe we need another... Geez, yeah, we get lineups kind of everywhere. I don't know how to solve all of this, honestly. Jeffrey Delacreme and Randy Mayonnaise. They both sound vaguely like porn titles, but like very different kinds of porn actor names, but like very different kinds of porn, right? I don't want to get into like a class divide kind of thing here, but obviously that's where my mind goes.
Security guard to empty donation stand. There's money in it for you.
All right, come on. And a little bit of extra XP for our digital expert is certainly welcome. Okay, I thought this child might be our security guard, which is why I clicked on them. Where did they go? Their name was Salty Husky, and now I've lost that, and I feel I've done a grave disservice to all of us. Here we go. Yeah, a lot of bored children. All right, I was looking for Magnus. I was hoping that was him. Did that cure all of his illnesses? It looks like he is no longer ill. This is his expression every day that we ask him to show up to work, which is probably fair given the things that we've done to him. All right. Let us see what lies beyond.
Guests should remain cautious when
Water map. It turns out nothing particularly special. These naturally occurring hydrothermal vents would be incredibly humid if they weren't already underwater. I mean, that is certainly humid. Guests who visit without seeing any litter at all. What a strange unlock requirement. Okay, and this one also has MIAs. Like, the further we get into these maps, the weirder and weirder the skill groups that we're having to use to push through them. So we know nothing branches off of this because we've been here a couple of times. It's weird because it looks like it should descend down. But yeah, I guess we're just kind of waiting for instructions that aren't really coming. So I guess let's pop out to a different museum, and we will attempt to earn our stars there. I was really hoping to, maintain the continuity and just keep working on that water museum until.
thousands of years old and covered in amber, please
I'm
consider
Hayley
donating
Von
yourself to
Trowell
the
with
museum.
breaking news on 2 Point Radio. Yes, that's the report that Wetlantean structures have risen from the ocean off the coast of the county's Marine Life Museum. There's no news on why exactly this happened, but I knew something this interesting was bound to happen eventually. Ah, what a relief.
Really justifies all those hours we spent with the camera just kind of pointed at the water. Okay, so it turns out what I needed to do was load one of the other museums and then load this one again to get the game to recognize that we'd finished the 4th star.
Half wolf.
So now that we've done that, the ground is shaking. What's going on? Finally, the Atlantean Pier is back. Years ago, it stood off the coast, marking the meeting of the land and the sea. Your museum has sparked major interest in marine life and re-established harmony. It's only right you expand onto the Wetlantean Pier to celebrate the occasion. Okay. Unlock 5 plots on the pier. Are these difficult? Farm 10 fish. Activate marine buzz bonuses. Complete an expedition to the gorge. Go to downtown Wetlantis. Okay, so a fair number of these we're most of the way done with, and this one's going to finish itself. That said, that's only 4. I assume we have to buy all 4 of these, and that more stuff will come up. Okay, well, that seems doable. Farm 10 fish is annoying. It's just annoying.
But they're not prepared for this.
So, you guys at maximum knowledge yet? No. Okay, I'm gonna drop one of these fish into the knowledge of fire. Your buzz bonus is not met, and here's how we punish that. Become knowledge. Alright, so that'll give you a chance to farm a new fish. We had another already functional breeding situation over here, right? So I just want to drop the one, not the big one. Yeah, big fish stays. I'm gonna take the one who is raised in our museum and just move that one to inventory, because it does feel a little weird to. I don't want them having to mate with their own offspring. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Why I am reluctant. All right, so Gelatinous Gorge and Downtown Wetlantis. The good news is we have unlocked a lot of places. So I bet we are, if not at those, then at the very least on the way to them. Downtown Wetlantis here just requires 5,000 donations for the Wetlantean ruins. That's almost happened already. And this is a soggy grotto. Not that I'm judging. I mean, who among us, right? This is just the Wetlantean treasure trove. I don't think this other one might be beneath Downtown Wetlantis. I guess we don't have to do anything right away. We can let this just unlock, because it won't take very long. Do I want to go for another one of these? We could try to get the other type of fish from this node. We don't need to. There we go. We send you, and we just don't include the winch. So what's our survey level for this place at? Yeah, you know what? A scanner is not unreasonable. This'll push us to the next level on it, and we're guaranteed to get that fish, I think. There we go. That's something for our helicopters to be doing while we await the unlocking of the other location. And then I guess we can try to get some more Wetlantean ruin stuff, because we're gonna have Wetlantean artifacts and stuff. We're going to have space to fill here. So some marine life expert and some janitor. And we don't have to worry about. Let's see, it would be cool to bring a gear, which we have on janitors, obviously. There's no way we're hitting... Well, you know, actually, we probably can hit 15, can't we? We can hit level 15 between the two of us, but we can't hit the whole leak at the same time. Well, let's get your level up then and try to fix that. And we'll just avoid the injury thusly. All right.
The museum is objectively unattractive. We need better, more attractive objects.
Yeah, it doesn't help that there's shit all over the ground. That's definitely lowering the room decoration ratings. Which is to say, I need more janitors. Okay, family friendly and your face smells nice. That's a bunch of vomit all over the floor?
They may be sometime.
Why would there be vomit all over the floor? Why on earth would there be vomit all over the... Okay.
Thieves have been prevented from escaping. Phew.
That's just trash. It's just people throwing trash on the ground. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna maybe hire another janitor. We had very few janitors considering the size of the place. I'm also going to go ahead and, you know what? This is my fault. Where's the bin? Where's the bin that person would have used? Right? Well, what are they supposed to do? Let's get a little bench in here. We got a spot where there could be a bench. There probably should be a bench. And then also, you know, people love fucking morsel men. Here's the thing about morsel men. People just go crazy. Okay.
To the cafe. That's where you work now.
So we're doing that. We unlocked one of our spots. A thief is caught. It does kind of seem like maybe we need more assistance too, honestly. Like, I think I've just been kind of... I've been too tight on hiring in general. And we're doing really well on money. We can absolutely afford to hire on some more folks. Okay, that average environment level is still... It's still pretty not ideal. We can dig into individual... Oh, nice. That didn't take long at all. Adorable little turtle. Welcome to the inventory.
We're currently not taking donations. Not as many as we could. Donation stands are full.
Yeah.
Time to hear.
That sure is true. Boy, are you doing the thing? You are. Slowly but surely. Okay, nobody wants to buy anything from us, but we certainly don't need the money.
The aliens or what? Hey, I like you thinking, Chunk. The ocean is a lot like another world. A dark, soggy, strange kind of world, sure.
All right, sorry about that.
Some
Definitely
sort of factually accurate.
mostly better, but still in a
Like all
place of
facts,
occasional
we can
coughing
only
fits.
assume it's secretly lying to us. The only question is, what
Hey, a
about
flamboyant fish. I didn't even... Oh, yeah, that's right. We do have a pair of flamboyant fish in there. Well, I like how quickly the farming is going. Where is the new... Okay, that's the new one. Okay. I was a little worried when I saw 10 that we were going to have a huge problem here, but we're actually farming them much faster than I can make use of the extra ones, so... Jeez, pardon me. All right. Okay, yeah, we're gaining new ones much faster than I can make use of them.
Yes, I'm reminded that
You know what? I'm fucking... Alright. More security guards. More assistants. Can you people just, like, do all the jobs, please?
Analysis complete.
Alright, we got a thing finished here. It's cutlery. Okay, I guess we'll have to find the rest of the cutlery. I don't know what I want to do with this just yet. Hold on to it. It'll go in the new wing probably. But for the moment, we can improve our knowledge about hermit turtles. Wow. The starfish don't... Oh no, they have size. They're one size. So it is important to pull them as well. Where's the tiniest little starfish? Oh my god, it's adorable. Alright, just keep some breeding room there. This is going... It's going. Alright, 30 people with their dream visit. We're at 23 now, so we're getting there. This should allow us to access downtown Wetlantis. The old heart of ancient Wetlantis hasn't been visited by surface people in, well, ever. Explorers will be under a lot of pressure, and that's before you consider the atmosphere at that depth. I get it. It's the wordplay. Okay, yeah, Gelatinous Gorge is just below that. So we have to have 8 cold water fish on display, all of them successfully buzzed, and also we have to farm a nigiri. Where did we get our nigiri? I don't remember. There's a Wetlantean artifact we had here still. Here we go. Yeah, alright, I can certainly run another expedition back to here. We should also go build some survey scanners. So I need somebody with restoration, and I suppose it can be cat, or not restoration with this thing. The word restoration just happened to also be on cat. And then I guess at this point, just an XP journal? Yeah, it'll do. Let's get some survey scanners going.
Underwhelmed by the museum's decor are reminded to be less superficial.
Okay, another zapper. Fantastic news.
Vandals caught vandalizing. We stopped them, obviously.
Where is the... It always feels to me like there's only 3 zappers in the tank. And that's as true now as it's ever been. No, there totally are. This is... Yeah, this is only 9 fish. Okay. Okay, you are coming up. Again, just leaving room. And we can, we can potentially... People who don't get turned into knowledge, fish, who don't get turned into knowledge, can end up getting, retanked somewhere else. There'll be lots of places. Okay, let's purchase this plot.
Have returned. We'll know more the next time we...
It looks like it's going to take a little bit of time to actually build our ownership of it. Okay, an oceanic perch looking slightly more normal than the horrifying nighttime version of it. Just a temperate flake food fish. Well...
Go there.
I suppose we can just put it in the tank with the other, right? It wants to be in with another oceanic perch. Well, we can't do that no matter what. So, here, enjoy this. if we go get another one, we'll put that in that tank as well. Okay.
Team are departing now.
So as soon as our other helicopter comes back, we can send out for more nigiri. No, that's right. We're already working on it. We can send out for downtown Wetlantis. Okay, we need 2 levels of pilot skill. So we could put those on an assistant. Or do we want to just... It feels to me like I probably want those on an assistant. As much as it is like, Kim could be trained into something more valuable. Yeah, maybe let's like train Kim with survey and train the assistant with the second point, and that way we're ready to take on hopefully the best possible version of that. So Kim Squid Ink learns survey skill and yeah, you Polly Ocean, who has a very similar employee photograph to Melissa Dingle, will earn a 2nd level of pilot wings.
Guests are reminded that alien exhibits are normal to someone.
Well, we do need more cold water fish. These are temperate though. So yeah, we just need more cold water fish. That's an artifact. That's a temperate fish. I mean, we do need more Wetlantean artifacts as well. Yeah, I guess let's do this one because we do need to do it a few more times. We don't have the time to train anyone right now. Alfie and I don't know. Aerial jobfish is probably not worth taking like a level 1 person out because it's going to take such a long time for them to develop into a reasonable someone who's reasonable at expeditions. I do need to deal with that illness as well.
Not everything has to be a party, okay?
Okay, all that construction and the plot now looks identical to the way it looked before. Which plot did I even buy? I did press a button over here. Did I not? Yes, the plot looks identical to to how it looked before. All right, let's. So what space over here do I own? I own all the way out to here. We definitely want to maintain some outdoor space because I will not be able to place alfresco stuff in our existing areas. I suppose I can actually... We may as well have this gathering some kind of value for us, right? It doesn't have to be a ton. Let's put down... can I put this down in a place where it will benefit from one of the things that's already over here? Well, I guess probably not. And maybe that's... maybe it's good to spread the donation requirements over more stands. This gets its own stand because everything else already has a stand. All right, and then like a little bit of basic decoration. We shouldn't just like leave it here in the spooky dark. It is Wetlantean stuff, so like a mural of Wetlantis on the wall behind it, repeating twice in a nice tacky way. And then a big... Do we have a banner that is specifically... No, they're all talking about marine life. Well, that's fine. There is marine life over here. Still counts. We could put down some Wetlantean columns. That's kind of appropriate, right? And then we just don't have as many. You notice there are fewer marine decorations overall because presumably they spent production budget on. They split the production budget between the stuff that goes inside the tanks and the stuff that goes outside. So you only have half as much of either.
Imagine a place filled with
Okay.
things.
They would love to loan us their penny pincher, which is a lot like our penny pincher, except not as cool and for babies. We'll display it kind of nearby and just like let people compare and understand that this one's a ripoff. It hates litter. It does not have quite enough decoration value, but that's fine. We can give it its own turtle. It gets its own turtle of recommended operations. And that's in an area where it should be... Yeah, it's within the range of the camera. I don't know why all of the areas have been replaced with these, like, banded cones. It's very strange.
World.
There might have been a patch or something
Locked away
while I
for
was
safekeeping.
away, while I was
Well,
sickly.
Keep imagining. Oh, Jumbo Museum.
All right, 2 of 5 plots
Museum
already.
for big spenders.
We continue to
Frequently
learn
asked
more
questions.
things here.
Yes, the dinosaurs up.
Have we can still learn more about hermit turtles.
They're not anymore.
So let's get you analyzed.
Analysis complete. Learn anything good?
Please tell me we got a nigiri instead of the mop fish thing. Okay, cool. So fresh, it's literally still flapping. So, the existing nigiri is in this tank. How much room is left then in the tank? Quite a lot, actually. So it shouldn't be a big deal to just throw an egg cup in there and let them, do as they will, as nature will. The rate of breeding in the other tanks has slowed. Did I?
That they're not all
Okay.
bad.
I opened up some space. We should be fine. Survey scanners are getting completed. All good news. Wow, that was really fast. They get him? They got him. He's been peppered. Okay, new fish are getting farmed left and right still. Wow. Like mother, like water. Okay. I suppose that sound alike is good enough as a pun. It's close enough to wordplay,
Before they
so
can
we will all just have to live with it. All right, our security stuff is being inspected. I expect to receive a pretty negative result on that, but the fact is, we just actually don't. It doesn't need to be improved. It's not a real concern. So this is also a Wetlantean artifact. We can give ourselves another little thing here. You know what we haven't done that is actually probably an error is we haven't set up a tour for our tanks in quite some time. There should absolutely be a tour going on over here. We have some very weird fish to show off. I'm trying to watch the length here. At what point are we walking too far? Okay, so that tank doesn't... Those tanks aren't worth being added, it looks like. If I add them both... No, the extra buzz does not overtake the travel length. Okay, cool. That's probably a good idea. And then, you know what? We're just gonna grab another expert. At this point, the money is flowing. We have a lot of jobs for a lot of people to do. Okay. Also, in this pen here, we got another fish.
Wander around until they've had enough museum.
So, we got the nigiri bread. We're working on getting more cold water fish. It's going to be a minute. Although, you know, the nigiri's a cold water, right? So getting more nigiri means getting more buzz bonuses to activate. So actually, we might not... There's enough room in that tank for another berth or two. We might not have to do too much to make this work. Okay, so... Are my trainers complete? No, they're still in training for this. So we'll come back to that. We need Wetlantean ruins from other sites. We are working on this, of course. We still, over this time, have only had a few guest visits without seeing litter. But the increased janitors, you know, we'll get there. Let's try to pull our other... whatever the artifact is that we're still missing from here. So we can send somebody with, yeah, like Marino here. And then somebody with piloting skills. Turns out Polly finished her training already. You know what? Sure. And the survey level here is already pristine, so... yeah.
Guests feeling bored are reminded that they're not all that.
Okay, so other interesting fish. Other cold water fish. I don't know that we need a lot more like just random sea monsters and temperate stuff. We do need to send more people on this one in general. But I just sent out our really high level guy. Sorry, that's the one we're sending Polly and the person who's currently training on. We do need more Wetlantean artifacts in general. We need to finish the cutlery set, so I guess sending out more people over here makes sense. And we now have... I mean, I guess if all we're looking for is the cutlery, though, obviously the survey scanner doesn't help too much with that, since we'll get the pristine quality just from finishing it. So maybe like XP journal? And then we may as well make it speedy as well, right? We won't actually add a chopper damage event. Oh, we should probably add the first aid kit. Yeah, we're not actually going to have a chopper damage event because we have the piloting skill already.
Guests should not let the atmosphere
There we go. Let's just go ahead and get on that. So, waiting for training to finish, waiting for fish to farm, and that is, in fact, exactly 5 plots. What's up, y'all? Halfway to its destination, the expedition team realizes, oh no, our travel board games. I mean, obviously back to base. High morale, costs a little bit of extra time. No one should have to be without their board games. That shit's cruel and unusual. Okay, our exhibit showcase. I mean, I didn't have any doubt on that. That's going to turn out to be a total winner. And part of me almost wishes we had a third helicopter at this point, which you can do, but the third one is even more expensive. We have space for it. It's just There really is a lot of money.
Announcement. Our security measures are being inspected.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, we're not going to get a very good rating on that, and I don't super care. All right. The knife. And we just need one more. We're also going to have to deal with the illness that we just got. Because I'm flying pretty fast and loose with the health of my people here. Love the phrase, our hermit turtle has been deconstructed. Put a starfish in there. So there is room in this tank still, right? Yeah, I don't have to pull the nigiri. Because we would love to have this tank actually fill completely, as long as we can hit everybody's buzz bonuses. So newest fish just wants to be in with another nigiri. That's another bonus met. That means we're going to unlock that node with the birth of the next nigiri, provided that it also has an easy to meet bonus.
Harrison Wolf on 2-Point Radio.
Which I'm pretty happy about. I was worried that we were going to have to farm up a lot of like duplicates of fish that we already have. A hot water balloon. Float a wave on journey towards sea level. This is an extremely boring exhibit. I mean,
Even covered fish as
it's not the best.
We can only ask, how far does all this
Oh, it's
go?
very wiggly though.
Who else?
And that's fun, I
Walking,
think.
Swimming, flying among us could actually be from space.
I guess I'm going to extend that mural.
Frogs, those people from the Orb Foundation. You know me, I'm saying everybody. Think about
Oh,
it.
see, they kind of fit together this way.
Attention. The expedition team are leaving now. Please say
Yeah, wait, what's
goodbye and good riddance.
what's boring about that? That seems like a delight.
Announcement.
Guests are so strange, you know? I never understood the guests. All right, so we are immediately going to send our other seasickness, our other seasick person out to fix the seasickness, because that's embarrassing. People, you know, working on this kind of career cannot be getting so seasick that it ruins their job. It prevents them from maintaining their duties. That's horrible. All right, and then other marine type bonuses. Well, we did pick up the ability to place a couple new things, didn't we? Not actually seeing them here. But I thought when we finished the last analysis. Okay. There we go. Just keep the walls reasonably blue in whatever way you have to.
Some prehistoric artifacts exist to this day. Don't be the reason that changes.
Is Seahorse Racer a new interactive? I guess I can't really see right now. Whatever. We're working on the thing, and those are important to finish. It's good to get it done.
Analysis complete.
Okay, so at this point, we should have the people now available, not currently on expeditions, to make this work. So it was Kim Squid Ink that I wanted to bring, and also Polyocean. I don't know why I wanted to bring Kim and I'm sure that it made sense to in my head somehow at some point. So this guarantees that we will suffer an injury. Oh, no, it doesn't. Sorry, 2 of these events will happen. So there's a reasonable chance that we'll suffer an injury. But I do want to get some levels unlocked. So let's throw in that survey scanner. We'll deal with the injury. We have bandage boxes. We have lots of places for employees to rest and heal up. That I'm not worried about.
Attention. The museum is objectively unattractive. We
come
need
on.
better, more attractive objects.
8 of 10. And we do not need to disassemble another zapper. We are at maximum knowledge for zappers. But we can just straight up sell it. Okay, so we just need to... A Nigiri and a zapper will do it. Well, they'll get us where we're going. And we still have a breeding spot in this tank as well. So yeah, we should be done with the breeding aspect any minute now. Okay. And that has, in fact, unlocked the gorge. Fantastic news. The jellyfish have always gathered ominously at the periphery of Wetlantean civilization. There's surely a natural reason for it, but that doesn't make it any less upsetting. Are we gathering? Ugh. I've never been a big fan of jellyfish. Amabel has like a visceral fear of them. So, we just don't engage with jellyfish very often around here. Okay, well, we have exactly the right people to deal with this, although then I also need a janitor with mechanics who can come with us, and apparently that's not a thing I can put together right now.
Donation stands are full of money and unable to hold.
I mean, I probably need more people to know mechanics. I guess let's go ahead and throw a training on. Do we have another? We just hired a couple of janitors. I guess just one will do. How are these still fucking
Expedition complete.
perpetually full?
So what's in the box?
How could there possibly be so much to do in this museum that none of you can ever unload the damn things? Okay, Alfie definitely has the workshop trait. So that's part of the reason that we didn't have a thing available. Alright, now we should be able to send people to clear this obstruction. Oh, also, we opened this up. Hooray. And beyond the soggy grotto, with its tropical fish and its dinosaur bones, we have volcanic springs that have even more of these sorts of things. Where hot water meets molten lava, you get something uniquely warm. That's not usually how temperature math works. Okay, so we'll bring Marino and then Kelpie Damp to negotiate with the fish. Here we should be able to... Oh, our double pilot person is out on the other thing already.
Overwhelmed by the museum's decor, are reminded to be less superficial.
Wait, display the showcase exhibit with a level... I thought it had a 5. Oh, well, it doesn't have a 5 anytime there's litter nearby. I can't actually do anything about that except hope that people will pick up the litter. And by hope that people will pick up the litter, I mean hire one additional janitor. You are really miserable. And pay satisfaction is providing a lot of the penalty. The most of it is just, I think this person probably just finished fixing up the zapper tank, and so their energy is completely fucked. But they'll be able to handle that
Attention.
on their own.
Staff threatening to leave. Please check if you care.
Okay. We don't currently have anybody disassembling. Let's get this flamboyant fish done. Was that was 10, right? Yeah. Okay, so all that's left now is to make a clean expedition to the gorge, which we are just about to be able to do. And obviously this is just the first part of the star, but progress, forward progress is what we want. Okay, Kim Squidding took an injury, which we knew was going to happen. I suppose I knew one of them was going to take an injury. I'm actually rather glad that it's Kim Squidding. Ah, this is where you can get ankles.
Announcement.
It is the same thing as these ankles, although it is a higher quality. I mean, we can just do a replacement. Well, hold on. We'll worry about it in a second. First things first, So this is the one for treating curses. Oh, treating injuries you do in your base. That's right. There's not a node for that. Treating injuries is a thing that happens inside the place. So, now that we have you, I wanted you so that we could break this. Once again, it doesn't super matter who does this. And then we need... we do need Kelpie Damp. One of these slots has to be...
Out of time, but first I want to tie up.
Was it an assistant that we had double trained and not a janitor?
You ever seen a picture of the county, of the world?
Let's pull this up. Okay, here we go. Yes, Polyocean is an assistant, not a janitor. That is the problem. Well, we don't have any janitors who could be trained in such a way that they have 2 ranks of pilot wings. Nor do we have any who could be hired and then easily made into that thing. So, what we're going to have to do instead is... No, that's just going to be a huge pain in the ass to open up. Well, who knows if it'll even be necessary, honestly. Alright, to the gelatinous gorge, we will need a security guard. So we can definitely train a security guard. We can definitely train Luca to have another level of pilot wings. I wish you could retrain people. They train over top. I guess that it would make skill management perhaps a little too easy. And then we do still need more Wetlantean artifacts in general, right? So let's see if we can maybe get lucky and get that other piece of cutlery here. And yeah, it doesn't really matter what your deal is. How close are we to having a level 9? The answer is not, unfortunately. Because we could avoid the seasickness on the node entirely that way. We do have a high enough level janitor to meet the stuff, but not until... Well, when Alfie levels up, which will be soon, then we'll be in a good place to apply this while still hitting level bonuses. Oh, that's right. I was not bothering to survey scan this. Because we're just trying to get cutlery.
Well, where are we, my friends?
Right, and while we wait for
That's
some
right.
training to
We're
occur...
in space. Aliens aren't just among us. They are us. Harrison Wolf, Planet Earth, signing off.
Yep, we're getting close.
Frequently asked questions. The
Huh.
museum cannot provide spaceship parking at this time.
So this is still marked as not having a level 5 decoration rating. Oh, I guess it just... I thought it did. I thought this was a problem we had solved. Well, I guess let's hang a jellyfish over here and be done with it. Embarrassing work on my part. Okay.
She's leaving now. Final call for wherever it is you're going.
All right, show me cutlery. All right, rad. That's shockingly boring.
Announcement. Analysis complete. Learn anything good?
All right, the flamboyant fish has been deconstructed. So, do we have anything here that we want to disassemble? We can still do the replacement with the ruins, and I probably should. Just kind of a pain in the ass because you have to like adjust it, you know, in a bunch of ways to make sure it's getting all of its buzz bonuses. What was the other plot? Unlocked, just not purchased yet. Okay.
Thieves have been prevented from escaping. Phew.
Alright, training's ongoing. And we have an illness to fix. Apparently you can send people with training, or with injuries
Sure you'll need it.
out there. But we also have all these bandage boxes. I know at least 2, I think 3. People should be able to handle their stuff. Are the bandage boxes? Yeah, they're in use. We're doing our best to undo all of the harm that we have done to our employees. Toilets are getting clogged. I mean, certainly part of the drain that we are having on our staff, and part of the reason that it seems like we need more people all the time, is that we are constantly running all these expeditions that have all these people on them. But I guess like right now we're remarkably low on folks who are out of the museum simultaneously. It's also the case that as you get more and more total employees, it gets a little unpredictable, like how people's breaks line up and whatnot.
Requires restoration.
Okay, we unlocked a new node. We did what was necessary to get access to the volcanic vents. That's right. It was not, or volcanic springs. It was never going to take very long. So the rewards here are an ancient invention, which is a type of prehistoric thing, and a tropical fish. There's a lot of tropical fish that I kind of just don't care about. All right, are we able to do this? Can we knock this out? No, that's right. That we don't have the janitor necessary for this, and we're still training the security guard for that. Okay.
Yes, you don't
Or actually, maybe I'm not.
their museum experience.
Maybe the security guard for that is in fact trained. Wouldn't that be a fun time? So here I would love to bring Kelpie and Luca Monk to avoid the big fish. Some Outer Wilds flying skill out there. And yeah, let's survey the hell out of this thing, see what's what, see what we come back with.
The expedition
And
team.
that will get us our 5th, cool. That'll get us our 5th plot unlocked on the pier, and we'll be ready to move on to our next task. I guess we should probably make this
It's no longer.
switcheroo here. So we go. Exactly where the other one sat, except much more impressively. And so all this one needs is a name. How do you... Oh, you just click here. It's not a... There's not another button. Come and check out these hot new ankles, y'all. We got them. It was not showing the buzz bump. Okay, I was gonna say. You are not going to tell me that that was the default name. I'm certain it wasn't. And then I guess we can just kind of jam the old ones into the machine somehow.
Security. It's a bit tense.
It's effectively a 3D unprinter. It's the idea. You just sort of stick it in there and they get lazed away bit by bit. So at this point, we've seen everything that was to come from this node. There are I feel like there are other Wetlantean nodes that I haven't bothered with. Or maybe that's a thing that just used to be true. Because, actually... Okay, well, there's lots of stuff here. Can we manage this? So we can send Polyocean out on this with... Oh, I don't know. Just kind of anyone, really. Winston for the surveying skill. And we'll... Yeah, if I include a surveyor, we're fairly likely to take an injury, but we're also going to push this thing up to pristine. I'm okay with this.
Exhibit requires restoration.
And then once we've done this, we'll have our thing, and we can probably just end the episode there. I know this second half kind of got away from me a little bit. But the good news is, I still just find the game extremely fun to play. Yeah, this will be a nice place for like some big Wetlantean ruins and whatnot. Unfortunately, we are going to be waiting for a bit.
Analysis complete. Our collective knowledge has increased.
That is a sea head. Somehow they're still working on that. It's crazy.
That was a close one.
Yes, the Seahorse Racer was a new interactable. Well, you know what? Build us one. I'm a little annoyed at how frequently I feel like I try to click on a UI element and it dodges me. Okay, here comes that guy. Honestly, this exhibit seems extremely rad. I feel like if I was a kid, I would find that very fun to look at. I would hang out in that part of the museum and watch the other children do it. Because let me tell you something, even that far off the ground, absolutely enough to like set off my fear of heights. I would never survive an actual ride on that. So I did kind of wonder if we were going to get more land beyond this, but it looks like these are not set up in a way as to allow people to traverse. I don't think. Well, I guess you could just walk through the middle. I don't know. All right, expedition finished. The re-emergence of Wetlantis is better than I ever imagined. Yup. But I'm afraid I have one last favor to ask. The county may have lost Wetlantis, but in Wetlantis we lost the slight whales. The rarest of sea creatures had a special place in Wetlantean hearts until they disappeared deep beneath the city. A slight whale would be an amazing sight for all your guests. Tracking one down won't be easy, but it would give you a world-class marine life collection. Okay, so there's a legendary sea creature to hunt down. I like that. That's fun. Also, just reach enlightenment level 17. That's a lot of stuff. And own $100,000 worth of buildings on the Wetlantean Pier. Well, That seems like it should be pretty doable. A slight whale. The elusive creatures lived deep underneath Wetlantis itself. So we're going to have to pursue the expedition map just downward, generally downward. Got ourselves a beach owl. What a delightful creature. Finds food on its own. For years, this gormless squid was mistaken for an owl, thanks to its wide field of view and scales that look like feathers. What a hoot. That's very fun. And then what is the thing we brought back from this other one? Besides the injury. Ah, the first bits of a massive mosaic. This ancient Wetlantean ruins used intricate tiles to create great works of art and to floor their bathrooms. This is a neat one. So this is for sure just going to go over in the corner with this stuff. And it will be very neat and fun when we get it set up. This thing needs a lot of room on account of its, wiggling back and forth and everything. Okay, just want to be near any marine life exhibit, which you totally are. Give you a little bit of backing here. As everyone knows, in Wetlantis, all of the walls were always wet, and they weren't worried about that at all. Because modern people have different ideas about hygiene. Okay, there we go. That can still be providing knowledge for everything in the area when people look at it. And then I want to let the helicopters come back here real quick.
Or going to a hospital.
All right, so we have to get through this obstruction. Also, there is something down here now. Under the city to make it safely to the Wetlantean underwater. This is going to require some pilot wings. A total level of 20. This one doesn't look so bad, actually. But it is 3 marine life experts, so 668 is totally functional. Ah, we don't have pilot wings if we do 668. Catfish stick, train in pilot wings.
Do not worry about museum surveillance. There's a camera here.
Do this.
You don't hear me complaining.
Catfish stick. Did I miss you? Here we go. I might want to throw pilot wings on Jules as well, just so we have, well, we have other people who, I'm gonna not. Ozzy, you get it. And Winston here is, right, well, of course, obviously, he's suffering very badly from the broken face. His pay satisfaction is considerably fucked. That's very fixable. Staff happiness in general could probably, use a little bit of love. 100% of our guest reviews over the last little while have been extremely grand. Average environment's up about 10 points since we hired more janitors. And it's possible hiring more janitors is the only thing we would need to do to make that number go up even further. Okay, we're doing lots of good work here. We are on our way toward the ocean bounty. This might actually be the final goal. It sounds pretty climactic, right? To rediscover this lost legendary ocean creature that is both a curiosity for us and a powerful symbol to the Wetlanteans. So we might be really close to finishing this museum. Anyway, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. It's good to be back. I like doing this, and I was climbing the walls in here just waiting to get better. It was a nightmare. Anyway, when y'all come back next time, which is going to be a lot sooner than 2 weeks, we're going to try our level best to put a cap on this museum. And we'll see you then.